I had a conversation with somebody yesterday who was very advanced in his spiritual practice and his practice of personal growth. And something that is very common that a lot of people run into on that path, and I can so relate because I used to too, is that when you become aware of that you have this higher self, the soul, whatever you want to call it, that can be used as a tool to avoid your actual growth, because suddenly you have all these tools and practices that allow you to pull out of your temporal human perspective, and that can mean that you get okay with things that you're actually not okay with. Because when things get hard, when you feel like there's a rub and there's something that would actually need to change in your life, you can just go into that perspective from which everything is fine all the time. When in reality, we do have both aspects. We have the human aspects that is in this temporal reality that we're in, that experiences pain, and the growth would actually be to use that higher self, the divine perspective, whatever you want to call it, that perspective from which everything is okay, to use that perspective to be okay with the pain of the action steps that come from changing your situation. But a lot of the time what happens is we do the opposite. We use the higher perspective to pull out and be fine with whatever we're really not fine with, and we use the human perspective to be like, oh, but I can't take these steps, they're like, I can't. And it is really intended the other way around. Take the human perspective for the information, for what it is that you want, and use the higher self perspective to get interested and curious in going into the pain instead of away from it, because that is the perspective that is okay with pain, and it is okay with I'm fine whatever it is. That is the perspective that can go into what it is that we need to see in order to be able to change our life, to put it on the path that we want to be on, because we are here because we want the growth and we want to experience ourselves, and that doesn't happen from pulling out of situations. It happens from leaning and going deeper into them. I hope this helps, and of course it's something that you can get guidance on. That is what my coachings are for, among other things, to get a clear sense on, okay, what is it that I actually want? How do I get there? What are the steps, and what is holding me back from actually doing it?